Alrighty, hello, welcome. We're going to be wrapping up the Wolfgang model today. Hold on a second. So I added, just because I felt like it would probably be a good little addition, I added the name of whatever song's playing on stream in the bottom right corner. So we're getting new features every time I stream. It's evolving. It's becoming its own thing. It has started. Yes, welcome. Me and Goofy are so evil. Yeah, as usual, maintaining the status quo. I see. All right, hold on. Let's see. Let's get this figured out real quick. All right, into Blender. Just get it kicked off. Let's just jump right into it. We don't need any more preamble. Wolfgang. I think if I remember correctly, okay, yeah. So the fuzz on his body is a little bit scraggly, and it's because I ended up changing. I went back in and I separated the mask bits just so that we can texture those individually today. So that's the grand majority of what we're doing. But that's pretty much all we need to do, and then we just need to rig it and make sure everything moves properly, and from there we're pretty much done with Wolfgang. So it's probably not going to be too long a stream today, but still. Making some doodles right now? Hell yeah. You love to see it. Looks like Wolfgang got moss. Yeah, we're probably actually... Let me go to the render view. We're probably going to change what color he is for now, just so that... Because right now it's like flat black, and I can't really like... I can't tell what I'm working with in terms of hair shape here. So let's make it lighter. There we go. A nice gray, probably. That'll work for now, anyway. Does it look good in Eevee? Nah, it's not workable in Eevee. We're not going to do that. I can't donate in USD. I don't know why that would be the case. Poppy Playtime, please. I was actually... I haven't followed Poppy Playtime. Maybe I could play it. One thing that I was considering doing, though, is that since next month... Secret of the Mimic is coming out. I was thinking that maybe I could do that for a stream. That could be pretty cool. I think we need to get rid of this for just the mask. Then we can put it back on. But for now, we do... Is it multi-resolution? No. Oh, I did it for the wrong thing. God damn it. Bring it back. There we go. Mask. We'll hide the body, and then the mask needs modifiers. There we go. Multi-resolution. The Mimic. You should make him a caveman. Give him the caveman outfit. Yeah, I'll give him like a little one of those cheetah pattern sashes and a club. This is Grug Wolfgang. This isn't the Wolfgang you're used to. Okay. So we should be able to go to sculpting now. Outline. Yes, there we go. Subdivide. Does it show up? Oh yeah. Look at that density. All the polygons. Let's do it one more time. Just to really get that extra detail. Alright, nice. Fetching a reference real quick. Hell yeah. But yeah, when is the map coming out again? It's June, right? I don't remember. Man, that's a real quiet TTS. Hold on. Let me adjust the audio levels real quick, and then I'll read that out because that was way too quiet. Desktop audio up. Maybe that'll do it. Why is walking around with a bag of sticks so relaxing? I don't know. I feel like there's some sort of science. Let's get the music going again. Alright, there we go. There's some sort of science to like the idea of just if you're on a hiking trail and you find a sufficiently large stick, it's just, I don't know, it's a nice feeling to just walk around with that, you know? Just to kind of have that in your back pocket. Alright, there we go. That's enough. That's enough resolution. It's a nice little caveman instinct. Okay, so we probably want to give him some nose ridges. Did I just unsubdivide? Subdivide it again. Keep playing. Secret of the Mimic, or what was the other one that we were talking about? It's not Garden of Ban. I know that we weren't talking about that. Poppy Playtime. Maybe. I've been considering like putting up some polls to like check and see what people would want to see me play next on livestream. We do have to finish up Bendy and the Ink Machine though, or Dark Revival. We already did Ink Machine. Once we get that done, I'm open to all sorts of suggestions. Maybe we build out here. Nah. Honestly, I don't think we need to do too terribly much detail here. Maybe just a little bit. Just to give it a little bit of realism. Give him some abs. It works out. Maybe define them a little less. What do you mean, Poppy Playtime? Didn't someone mention Poppy Playtime earlier? Yeah. Yeah. Boom Boom mentioned it earlier. Oh dear, I'm late. Not too late. It's only been a few minutes. Oh yeah, we have our little bat friend. He's just kind of like melded into my brain at this point. I kind of just like expect to see him there and don't even really think about it much. But we have bat friend. All right, we need to make. Do we have other brushes that I can use? Oh hell yeah! I forgot I bought a brush pack. Should actually help with making this look more realistic though. How does this look? Crack? Oh, it's like a V. Okay, hold on. Let's get centered on this proper. Okay, I don't think we want that drastic. He looks adorable, the bat. Yeah. I still gotta make that bat character that Cryphobia came up with a few streams ago. What cracks do we want? Not that. I want to give it just light cracks, and then after we add some like light roughage, we can come back and make him withered. For now, it's just going to be, you know, basic. When's the next Mackenzie's Learning Lodge video? I don't really have like a schedule for it. I need to make a channel update video because I am kind of putting it a little bit on the back burner for now, just to like, you know, focus on working on some other stuff. I'm probably gonna use that one. But for now, I kind of want to work on smaller projects, which doesn't mean I'm done with Mackenzie's. I'm still working on Mackenzie's. There's plenty of times where I have worked on like a character model that I'm going to use for the next video, or like mapped out something specific in the background. But as like a mainstay project, I'm not 100% focused on Mackenzie's right now. I'm working on some other still cool but smaller projects for the time being. So it'll probably be a little bit like Mackenzie's Learning Lodge spinoff, like, well, more just straight up original content. Maybe some stuff could be spin-off material, but for the most part I just want to work on holistically original stuff. I'm rendering the final part of a sewer found footage. A 214 frame part is taking ages. Yeah, it does take forever to render this stuff. Yeah, actually, as I'm doing this, I'm thinking maybe we don't need to do this until we wither him. Honestly, like, if we go back and take a look at it, like, this looks pretty fine for an unwithered model. If anything, actually, we should probably make it a little less bumpy. Mask 0.25. Let's make it like 0.1. There we go. It's lovely. All right. Well, I'll duplicate these then, just so we have backups. And then we're gonna give him eyes and stuff. Oh. Lag. What have I done? I should probably not do this in rendered view. Alright, backups. We're gonna move that there. And then these two merge. Nope, not that way. Someone should make Mackenzie's learning logic game. It's true. If genuinely, like, I want to make it a game, but like I don't know how to make games, and also I don't really like know someone that I would 100% want to make the game. So I don't know. Maybe in the future. That, and even if I did figure out all the logistics of it, I do want to focus on getting this series on YouTube done, and then I would do like a game thing. But it's not a guarantee. Merge by distance. There we go. It's all one piece again. One piece. Alright, now we just gotta sculpt it to look not terrible. What color of eyes do we give him? He's got red eyes. Particles. Oh boy, that's not... I'm gonna have to redo the particle system because that is broken as can be. Hold on. Goodbye, particle system. New particle system. Hair. Lovely. Let's bring that down. Did someone say One Piece? Yeah. It's broken my vocabulary. That's all I can think of whenever I say that now. What did we have it at before? Was it 10,000? Then simple. No, hold on. Density. There we go. Like the new model? What's like the new model? Will you use this Wolfgang model for a spin-off series? I'm definitely gonna animate with it. I'm gonna make sure it gets some good use. We probably still wanna, or I guess, yeah, no. That'll do actually. Still needs to be a little bit shorter. 0.2. There we go. Alright. Viewport 0. 10. And now we brush his hair again. It's lovely. Should make a troll video where Mackenzie goes to a club. Interesting concept. Lovely hair brushing. I feel like we're gonna brush this all nice just to like mess it up anyway, which is interesting, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta make something before you break it. Alright. And then side view, there we go. Get all the back hairs. Nice. Make sure his feet don't look weird. Needs to have a 10 out of 10 score on WikiFeet. Lovely. It's looking pretty good. Chat, will Wolfgang find the One Piece? I guarantee he'll find it. He'll be the first one. Let's brush this back. I have an idea for this model. You could say, like, after Wolfgang took his head off, they tried to make a new animatronic, but since Wolfgang has had his time to shine, he's just sitting in the back off. Yeah. If I were to bring the redesigned brand animatronics back into the series, I'd probably... Because one thing that I was thinking about was if I were to do that, and I don't know if I'm going to model all of them again anyway in time for that, but if I were to do it, I'd probably do something where it's like, oh, you know, the older models are still on site. They were just, you know, retired to like a back office or something, you know. That's what my justification would be. Feel like it would work out pretty well. Make decent sense. Alright, the feet are looking weird and puffed out. We need to fix this. Lovely. Wolfgang is about to kill himself again. Yeah. He's gonna be stronger this time, so he's gonna Fucking, he's gonna send the head to the moon this time instead of just lightly tearing it off. All right, how does that look in actual view mode? Well, that right there is a little funky. Let's bring these down. We still got a few stray wacky hairs. Nice. Okay. It's looking good. Nope, still a few wacky hairs. God, it's crazy how much tweaking hair needs in order to look even slightly good. Alright, how about ears? I'll point those down a little bit. Because why not? Because I'm feeling a little silly. Alright, cool. How does it look? Exit particle mode. We need to, hold on, crank up density. 10! It's looking alright. Hold on, wait, I forgot we deleted it. We need to add roughness. Uniform? What does 1 do? Oh lord, that's not what we want. Bring it down. 0. Maybe like 0.1? Nope, still not good. He has dad hair legs. Yeah, that's fair. I agree with this statement. Oh wait, his chin's not combed at all. Hold on. That's a crime. Or it should go back, not forward. There we go. I don't think we want to mess with the uniform. Maybe hair shape? What does that do for me? Oh, it's not exactly what I wanted. Maybe something like that, but then we make it longer. Oh. Why can I not mess with the hair length? What did I do? What happened? What did I break? I don't understand. Kink type curl? Nope. Braid? Nope. Let's just go with nothing. I don't know what I did, but I can't change the length of the hair, so we're stuck with it, I guess. Force field weight. Maybe random. Yeah, there we go. That's what you want to see. 0.1. And then we're gonna bring this back to 0.5. Lovely. And give it not 100, but like 25. It's looking pretty good. Honestly, maybe 50. Oh yeah, it's coming together. It's looking good now. Make the fur color black. Yeah, we're gonna make it black at the end of it. For now, I just want it to be gray so I can like notice the little bald patches and stuff. It's looking pretty good. Hold on, I need to turn on my denoiser. Or I guess it is on, but it takes a second. It's looking pretty good though. I like it. What's going on with the back there? Yeah, it's probably fine. It'll look normal once it's a dark fur color. So now we just need to add. I'm gonna hide the fur for now. Now we add the eyes. The windows to the soul. Mesh. UV sphere. That ain't Wolfgang, that's Wolf Dad, yeah. That's fair. Wolfgang is cheeked up, yeah. I've heard several people claim this. I'm inclined to agree. Okay, so here's the real question. Do we make the eyes kinda tiny? Or do we make them big? Or at least like normal sized, I mean. Why 90? Mirror. No, there we go. big. We'll start out with big, and then we'll try small, and see where that gets us. Make the eye fit. Gotcha. We're gonna start decently big. Boom. Let's give it color first. Before we make judgments, it needs color. This will be the base material, the iris, and the pupil. Alright, nice. So then let's go with this for the iris, or these two for the iris, and then all the center for the pupil. Material, viewport, black, and then iris will be red. Lovely. Beady little eyes. Yeah, we need to give them like. Let's see what they look like. Tiny. Hold on. I don't know how I feel about that. It's interesting. How does it look in... Hold on, I need to adjust it for lighting. Saturation on that, and then people... Black. Let's go to actual shaded view. Good lord. Maybe they're a little far apart. Hold on. It's interesting looking. It looks like he's been traumatized. Yeah, he's seen something. Make the teeth sharp like a shark. Yeah, I do plan on it. Trust the process. Yeah. You see, you gotta see how it looks one way before you can decide whether or not you want it to actually look the other way or not. So if we make them big, we could also change the pupil size. Oh, that's not gonna work. Here, hold on. Maybe it's the pupil size that's throwing me off. Let's assign bigger pupil and smaller iris. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe if it's tiny, then it'll proportionally make sense. I don't know, it's kind of weird having him like doe-eyed like that. He looks like he's on drugs. He looks like he's doing the cute face, yeah. Yeah, when the za hits, that's what I'm saying. Alright, you know what? Maybe we need the teeth. I think we need the teeth first. Once we get the teeth, then we can decide how we feel about the eyes. For now, I'll just leave them there. Cube. Let's lift in a giant box. Bring it on down. Give him some gums. Apply. Scale. Alright. Subdivision. Surface. Bring it forth. Yeah, we want 3. 3 subdivisions and mirror. Not that way. That way. There we go. Clip it together and mirror first. Nice. We're on our way. Dude has some stuff. Yeah, he's smoking something. He's got no teeth, beady little eyes. Okay. Extrude. Bring it back. It's gonna be freaking awesome. And I think we want it once it gets to the back to kind of go up and just retreat. There we go. That right there, that's gums. Wolfgang eyes what you look at your friend's search history. Yeah. Yeah, Since we're gonna tweak them anyway, I'm just gonna make them. There we go. That's appropriately small. I think that's a good. That's a good final resting size. All right, bottom gums. Let's. Good lord. This is giving me baby's first analog horror vibes, you know. The replicant shadow people. Azazel. Something something Bible quote. Be afraid. That's looking pretty good. We probably want the front row to be a little more up, and I don't know why we have a weird little lip thing going on here. Eh, it is what it is. He looks like he's very, very traumatized, yeah. Wolfgang has seen some stuff he was not supposed to see, yeah. Okay. I think that should be good for gums. New, red, and slightly shiny. Does that do it? Yeah, that looks good. Maybe we bring the top layer down a bit, actually. Hold on. It's almost good. Does that do it? Yeah. And then we just need teeth. Let's bring this down. Face select down, backward, up, to side. Cool. Nice. Wolfgang has drunken things we don't want to know. Yeah, he's drank sewer water and kind of just let the teeth rot out of his body. But, you know, we're going to give him dentures. So, you know, he'll be able to eat. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Alright, more cubes. Everything is cubes. That's first principle of 3D. If it's not a cube, it was once a cube. Subdivide. There we go. And then we want to make it bigger at the top. And then go down, become small. Let's bend it forward a bit. Bend that back. Extrude. Lovely. Now that's a tooth. Let's make it absolutely tiny. Beautiful. Why can I not get a side view? There we go. Let's bring that up a little bit. Maybe shrink it down. Alright, cool. Mirror. Not on the x-axis. There we go. He's a vampire. That is not quite the look I was expecting, but we'll refine it. Rotate Z. Let's make these big. So we want canines on the top and the bottom. 180. Nice. Let's rotate that out. Make it a little smaller just because it's the bottom. There we go. Lovely. Looks like he was on drugs. Yeah, it's every step of the process until we arrive at the final point of the face is probably gonna look like drugs. But that's how you know you're doing it right. Really think about it. All right, now we need the small ones. Bring that forward. Nice. Probably bring that a little bit forward. Nice. And then pretty much the same treatment all along the side of the mouth, I think. is gonna be the right move. Rotate. Oh yeah, I'm seeing it. It's coming together. That's what I mean when I say trust the process. You just give it a little time. You let it stew a little. Let it go through looking a little bit insane, a little bit deranged, a little bit crazy. Eventually, it stops looking crazy. Maybe I shrink it at this point. Yeah, there we go. Nice. We're gonna probably morph the gums a bit so that they look a little more naturally receding. Alright, how does that look? That's pretty good. It might need to go a little bit longer along the jaw, actually. Yeah, tapered out a little too quickly. I swear someone is going to animate memes with this series. Yeah. I mean, I'd love to see it. It's always awesome. Let's actually bring these down a bit. We need more teeth. This is a horror character, god damn it. Give it more teeth. Then back to... We're going to bring these out a little bit. Probably not this one, though. More. Perfect. Just a little bit of tilt. Get the fine details right. There we go. See, that's too many teeth, but it's slightly too many teeth in the good way. In the sense that this thing's gonna be freaky looking. It's too many teeth, and that's a good thing, because it's not supposed to look pleasant. Alright. Let's bring these a little closer there. Yeah. Duplicate on the Y. Is this on the right axis? Yeah, okay. There we go. Those are some teeth. You love to see it. I'm gonna fix his eyes. Yeah, we're gonna come back to the eyes, but for now, he's got little crackhead eyes. All right. Yeah, Richard and Wolfgang, when they went to Vegas, they got into some crazy stuff, and Wolfgang is he's returning back to Earth at the moment, going through a spiritual religious experience. The Y axis? Yeah, there we go. Bring that over. Actually, we don't want to shrink it yet. Trying to make sure that they like interlock with the teeth above a little bit. Bring that forward. Lovely. It's coming together. Lovely. Look at them teeth. They're freaky looking. Maybe we should give Wolfgang like more flat human teeth near the back of his mouth, like molars. That's true. Let's give that, yeah, let's give that a try actually. Hold on. These ones right here. We'll do it about there. I'm able to individually do it for all of them. Individual, rotate, Z, no, X, Y, X. Yeah, forget about it. 180. That sorta did it, but not quite what I was trying to do. All right, let's adjust it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. There we go. We're gonna make these other teeth kind of transition into it naturally. Lovely. Alright, now we need to grasp little tiny chunks here. How do we do this? Will that do it? It worked. Grow. And then let's bring that up a little bit. And then make these grow a little bit. Now these transitional teeth don't really make sense. We tried it, it didn't work. But the back molars are good. Maybe we just need more back molars. Maybe that's what it is. Hey Megla, how did Mackenzie animatronics act when drunk? I don't know, but I know what they look like when high. And it's this. This is what they look like. Honestly, maybe we just past the canines don't do shark teeth. Rotate X 180. That seems to work. Yeah, like having 1 or 2 slicers stick around. I think that works. I like this idea. One, two, three. Lovely. And then I'll flip this one. 180. Need to rotate a little bit. Maybe it's just... Wolfgang looks like Billy Bob, kinda. I can sort of see it. We should give him, like, the yellow and red overalls. It'd be awesome. Well, they all just disfigured and contort into uncanny abominations when on crack. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a graceful transformation. I do kind of like these mid-teeth. They don't make sense, but I kind of like them. Alright, now we can make the final decision on eye size. He's an anime character. Hold on, let's bring these back a little bit. He kind of looks cross-eyed when they're that big. Perfect. Yeah, this is the look for sure. Now we want to yeah. We want to shrink that down a little bit, just a little bit. Maybe slightly smaller. Kind of like it. Let's try it with smaller pupils again. Okay. It's interesting. He's a cutie pie, yeah. He's got Chihuahua energy, basically. Pupil. What if I make his pupils, like, weirdly big? Like, unnecessarily, unrealistically big. He's a cutie, look at him. He just wants to eat your flesh. What, are you not gonna give your flesh to him? Are you heartless? Let's add a better balance. Iris. A little bit less of it. You have to give an endo skull since his head is kind of hollow. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give a bit of an endo skull. Luckily, I've been practicing endo designing in my off time. just because I was wanting to do that a bit more. Does he bite? A little bit, but he's also a coward. So, you know, kill his pet bird, and that'll do it. But, you know, you'll be a monster if you do that, but that'll do it. Duplicate, separate, selection. Lovely. What is playing right now? It's very quiet. Let's go to the next song. There we go. That's less quiet. Watching Megla design in Endo would be peak entertainment. Well, hey, it's what we're about to do. Alright, honestly, let's get rid of this mask. Look at that. He's just a cutie pie. He's adorable. This is the dog where, you know, you're walking down the street and someone's walking their dog like this and they're like, oh, don't worry, his bark's worse than his bite. It's like, yeah, I don't believe you. Alright, let's get rid of this mask. Did I click the right thing? Hide. 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 There we go. Look at that. He's so handsome. Now we just need to give him a skull. After, hold on, we give him eyelids. Alt scale. Lovely. And we just duplicate that. Or no, let's actually texture before we duplicate it. Wolfgang after eating a mint after brushing his teeth. Yeah, this is how it feels to chew 5 gum, basically. Edge. Sharp. Same thing with the inner lid. Mark sharp. Alright. And these are going to be their own thing. New material. Let's go with rough plastic. That'll be what this is. Shading. Beautiful. Good lord, that's kind of freaky. I kind of want to somehow implement this into the series at some point. I don't know how I would, but I would like to have like maybe a face disassembly thing as like a little short video, because this inspires fear. If you just kind of set it up in the right lighting, this goes hard. But anyway, we need to get the eyelids. Turn them black. And a little... No, I could stay about as rough as it is. This would appear in Richard's nightmares, yeah. Roughness, no. Bump. That's what we want. Make it bumpin'. Noise. It's a little too much noise, but you know what? We'll crank it down. 0.1? It's still too much. We want it to be 0.025, probably. That's my guess. Yeah, there we go. That's the good stuff. Honestly, probably still too much, though. Just 0.01. Yeah, there it is. Now that's rough plastic. You love to see it. Maybe have only some parts of the mask connecting those parts with the rest broke. Yeah, that'd be good. Seeing that in the dark would be spooky. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, hold on. I wanna do a little experiment. We're gonna turn this light all the way down. And we're gonna add a sun. We're gonna rotate it along the y-axis. Look at that. Beautiful. Now that, you don't want to encounter that in the woods. Would not be a good time for you. Alright, let's bring it back to daylight. Yeah, like 90% of horror is just getting good lighting. Alright, how's this eyelid doing? Well, that's not correct. Mirror. And then separate by loose parts. And then same thing here. Separate by loose parts. Set origin to geometry, snap cursor to selected, and set origin to cursor. Now it goes around the eyeball. Look at that. He can blink. He needs a second pair of eyelids though. Rotate Y. Yeah, there we go. You got bottom lids now. Beautiful. He's he's just thinking. He's deep in thought. He's questioning something. Alright. So now that we got eyelids, let's set one by default a little bit up. We need a good resting pose. Let's set this to 45? Minus 45. Nope. That was not on the right axis. Yeah. We'll just rotate it whatever amount. Default probably. Yeah, okay. That works. Then we'll figure out mirroring it later. Hi, Megla. Hello. Megla, can you make a troll where Wolfgang does the bite of 83? That'd be awesome. That would be freaking epic. Oh. Something lagged a little bit there for a second. Alright. Play Five Nights at Freddy's. I played Five Nights at Freddy's Remake. That's a stream. I think the VOD's up. What were we gonna do? Oh yeah, skull. Mesh. Cube. Everything is a cube. Alt G, because that's not where I want it to be. There we go. Alright. It's time. Endo design. We're gonna do it for the skull. So let's widen this bit a little bit. Normal. Lovely. Rotate. Perfect. If we ever get a season 3 of Mackenzie's Learning Lodge, would the animatronics be modernized like the screen, like with screens and cheap plastic parts? Could be an interesting concept. We'd have to see. Make it look like ruined Monty's head. That's true. Endo peak, yeah. It's time, lads. We're gonna make an endo. All right, I want to give it like a nose, kinda. Oh. My system was out of memory. Reload. Hopefully the stream is still going. I don't know why Opera does that sometimes. Alright, there we go. We're back. Huh. Okay, we're for sure back now. Let's save in case things crash. It's a good reminder. Always press Control S. All the time. Every time. Forever. There's never not a good time to press Control S. Subdivide. Like 2 more times. All right, cool. There we go. And then let's take this fill inset. That's not quite how I want that to work. Whatever. We'll figure it out. How about like this? That could be interesting. Let's see. Let's rotate it there. And then make the holes bigger. Nope, not that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. How about could be interesting. We need to make the front bit bigger. Hold on. Needs to be wider. Nope. Nope. That's not what I want to do. It's kind of what I wanted to do, but not really. All the way there. Same here. It's a little wonky. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. You should make a free roam with Mackenzie Learning Lodge animatronics. I mean, I don't know how to make games, but... Are you bringing Wolfgang's old design back? That's what we're doing. I mean, it's not 100% the same, but we're doing our best. Y-axis, smooth. Why is it not mirroring? X-axis? Is it not symmetrical? Symmetrize. Nope. It's not symmetrical. Oh, Lord. Ugh. I don't like that. You know what? We're going back. We're going backwards. We're starting fresh. I need to get a good base shape going first before we do noses. I'm trying to get too complicated before we even start. Alright. Let's just get a block out going. Duplicate, Z, bring it down to the bottom jaw. Down, rotate, Y. Beautiful. Bit too wide. That's okay. We can fix it. 1, 2. I really don't believe. How is this not symmetrical? Hold G. I don't know. We'll just deal with it. It is what it is. Oh yeah, it is decently not symmetrical. Well, what caused that? We don't have much work done. Whatever. I'll delete it and I'll start over. Snap cursor to world origin and give me another cube. This time it'll work. That was just a test run. Also, Megla, if you plan on modeling Belle anytime soon, wait for me to finish her redesign since the first one I made is kind of bad. I mean, it looked good to me, but that's up to you. You do what you gotta do. Scale along the Z. Alright. Is it symmetrical? This is the test. Why won't you work? Okay, there we go. Good Lord. I was getting concerned. Bring this forward. Is it global? Okay, it's global. Median. No smoothness. Cool. Now we're cooking. Scale it on the Y. Beautiful. Nice little triangle shape. Beautiful. Can you upload the old models like you did with the rebrand? Yeah, if I do them as like a series of models, for sure. Alright, let's duplicate this, move it down to like right about here. How does that look with the whole mask thing? That's not the mask. Where is the mask? There we go. Looks pretty good actually. Not noticing any clipping issues at all. We'll roll with it. Where did the other body go? I'm so confused. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, it's a good basic shape. Now we want a skull panel. No, we'll connect those after. Give me the skull panel. Probably just another cube. Cubes everywhere, all the time. That's how you make robots. Snap cursor to selected. Beautiful. He lost the OG models? Yep. How old are you? I'm about to be 22 here soon. Alright. Scale. And let's make it probably, hold on. Am I able to do Alright, let's just scale it before we even do this tilting. There we go. So every Mackenzie's Learning Lodge animatronic is a cube. It's crazy. Yeah, it's like how everything is like either... What were the rules? It's either a soup, a salad, or a dumpling, I think is the rules. If you break anything down to like its most basic explanation, it will be one of those three things. Or like a casserole or something. I don't know. There's some sort of rule that's like that. Hello, hello. Alright, we got a panel. We probably want to move it farther back in the head though. And let's move this up. Extrude Z. Scale Y. There we go. It's beautiful. Let me just tilt it a little bit. And there you go. It's a faceplate. Hope I saw Wolfgang turn towards the camera and say hello. Yeah, it's a tragedy. I think you're haunted. There's no saving. Could you do a tutorial on how to animate with the models? Sure. I probably could at some point. Why are the oh, right, because I'm working with a different model right now. I was very confused why the fingers were weird. But I did that. It was my fault. Okay. How do we want this to connect? Inset? Scale on the y-axis. Extrude, Z. Lovely. We have connection. I don't think... Honestly, I don't know why we have this bottom plate. We could probably get rid of that. Delete. Delete. Because it's going to be connected elsewhere. Nope. It's going to be connected to the top jaw directly. Alright, now we have to work on patterning the bottom jaw. Let's get these gums and teeth out of the way. Look at that. Alright. This is where the magic happens. Looks like FNAF 2 Endo. I can see it. It's giving sheep vibes. I don't know why. Alright. Let's wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I did 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 3. Sure. We'll do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just gonna grab these two and extrude. It's a bit chunky. It's inset. Nice. There we go. Delete. And delete. And then oh, by the way, all your recent videos have been fire. Thanks. I appreciate it. Add some obvious pistons in the jaw. Yeah, I haven't done a piston rig before, but I'm sure I could actually do something that like dynamically changes based on that. That should be a fun project, actually. I think I like your funny words, Magic Man. Okay, there we go. Let's just move it along. Nope. So about there. Doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to work. Nice. Same thing here. Nice. Why is there motion blur? Wait, what? That's weird. There's motion blur. I don't know what's up with that, but I just now noticed it. Okay. We got a basic shape for that. Now let's give it a funky looking nose. If it doesn't have a funky looking nose, then why am I even doing it? Inset. Extrude. Scale. Scale. Lovely. Let's bring this all the way down. And then scale this all along. What you call it? I guess grab and slide it would make more sense. Look at that. Auto smooth. That's something. Let's see how it actually properly looks. And then where was... is this it? It's pretty interesting. How do we feel about it? Let's give it this treatment. I like it. I think it's awesome. Hello, how are you doing? I'm doing good. How are you doing? Cherry soda is the best fruit soda in my opinion. That's pretty fair. Although is cherry a fruit or is that a berry? I don't actually know. Do I have your permission to make a withered version of the MLL animatronics? Go for it. Just tag me wherever you put it. I started up Instagram recently, actually. I haven't really posted much of anything to it. Or, well, I had an Instagram that I made when I was, like, 13 or something, but I revived it. And because I didn't use it much, I just started posting to it, so, you know. It's, I've seen a few little pieces of fan art on there that were pretty cool, pretty awesome, pretty epic. Okay. Well, here, hold on. This is the ultimate test. Let's do Smart UV project, unwrap, grab that, go to material. Oh wait. Oh, that's why motion blur was on. It was playing the animation. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Some random guy sent me a friend request on Discord, and he seems to be 4 years old based on his grammar. Yeah, that's. I don't talk to strangers on Discord. I just don't do it. It's never a good time. All right, material library, templates, material collection. Oh, all right. Procedural tile, rusted sand, scraped metal, apply. There we go. Alright, how does that look? Whoa! Now that's metal. Gaze upon it. And weep. God, I love that you can just like make materials and then have them in a library forever. It's so good. I never have to mess with whatever I did to make this again. What's the Instagram? It should be, if you go to my YouTube channel, I have links to like my Twitter, I think Fiverr, but I haven't used Fiverr in forever, so I don't know why that would still be there, but it's there. And my Instagram, I think it's just like Megla_3D or something. I'm still waiting for the Megla Discord. I'm not saying Mackenzie since I'm staying loyal after Mackenzie's is over. That's fair. Like I said, Discords are just, they're a headache. They're a whole headache. Smart UV project. Do it. And then do, where's the metal? There it is. Beautiful. Alright, here's the real question. What color do we want the metal to be? Do we want it to be bronze, or do we want to go with something else? Probably. Object, bronze. Let's try just like a steel. Add bars going through Wolfgang's eyes to hold them in. Yeah, we need to add those in a second. I honestly... I kind of like it bronze. Maybe like a gold? Sort of look to it. Nah, that's not it. I think we just stick with this, honestly. It does the job, and it does it well. Alright. Wait, one of these needs to be... what do you call it? Give me that. Plus. Scale it. There we go. Now one of them is bigger than the other. It makes physical sense, kind of, sort of, a little bit. Alright. There we go. Cube. Give me the cube. Actually, wait, no. We want to just make it a part of this. We need to join all of this. Join. Cube. Nope. Just the cube. There we go. Now we're cooking. Nope, not what I wanted to do. There we go. Mirror. Nope. X. Separate selection. Let's get rid of that for that one. Honestly, I don't know why I made it the same object if I was just going to do that anyway, but it is what it is. Okay. Scale. Bring that there. Lovely. Global, normal, ZZ, nope, just Z. Cool. Mirror, and project, and join it. Now it should look good. It do. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's perfect. Five Nights at Sunny Bunny's. Cool lizard. What is the cool lizard that we're referring to? Oh yeah, on my Instagram. Yeah, I used to have a lizard. A little bearded dragon. Alright, let's save this. And then we want pistons. Pistons are the move. Okay. I think we could probably just do rigging later. I'll do rigging in my off time, just to, like, you know, make sure we have this neatly wrapped up for stream, because rigging, that'll take forever, and it'll be boring. Alright. Piston. Sticky piston. Minecraft. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Global. There we go. And a neat little trick for pistons. You just make another tube that's smaller than the original tube. And boom, you have a piston. Separate selection. Now let's take these and rotate them. ZZ. Although we want it to be ahead of that. Alright, there we go. Grab that, move it along the x-axis. Lovely. And now it works. Hyperpigmentation goes crazy hard. Yeah. And Terraria music goes hard. Thank you. I appreciate it. I wrote the Terraria soundtrack myself, actually. Few people know it. But it's true. If you go to the credits and the Terraria and watch them all the way through. You'll find my name in there somewhere. Trust. Wait, why is this? Oh, right. Copy to selected. There we go. Apply. No, why is, oh. Apply. Apply. Nice. And now we have pistons. I'll probably scale this a little more. G, Z. Nice. It's perfect. The endo's like Chica. I can kind of see that. Just a little teeny bit. Alright, save again. Because these things crash out of nowhere. And I gotta sip water. It's hydration check. Have you drank water recently? If not, you should do it right now. Gotta stay hydrated. Or else you die. You're a human being. Water's important. I can confirm Megala made Terraria. I was there. I was his keyboard. Yeah. I just like woke up one day. I was like, man, I have this idea for one of the most popular games of all time. I'm just gonna bang it out in an afternoon and then go back to sleep. And then I made Terraria in one afternoon and then went back to sleep. I pre-planned all of the updates to eventually come out on their own. So it was like scheduled. I just predicted what would need to be done. And then did it. It was all me. Hey Megla, how do Wolfgang and Richard interact when they finally find each other? They give each other a nice little hug and then they go gamble. Okay, so we got pistons. Sticky pistons. What else do we need? Well, he's not shredded up yet. And I think we're just gonna, for now, make a normal version of him. Because the shredded version will take forever. Alright, so then how would it end up looking so far? Where is... no backups, just the actual thing. How does this look for now? Let's turn the... what you call it? Turn it black. And give it back hair. Whoa. Oh, it's lagging a little bit. Okay, there we go. It's so beautiful. We need to give him sheen. That's what it is. That's what he's missing. Nice little hug and gambling. Yeah, they're just besties. Wolfgang has a mini Richard on his shoulder. Yeah, he's got a little park ranger Richard just chilling there. He's the lookout. All right, let's sheen. There it is. More sheen. Make the roughness. I wonder. Okay, so let's turn up the weight, but then make the roughness a little bit bigger as well. I think that works out. Alright, what does it look like when it actually properly renders? Let's give it like 512 samples. So it's got some room to work with. There we go. Now we're starting to see fine details. Looks pretty good. How about from this angle? Give it another second or two. Now that's hair. It's not perfect hair, but it's hair. He needs eyebrows so bad. That's true. He's not really working with not really working with the best facial features. Although looking at him now, he also needs like a lot to him. Maybe we do sculpt in the details after all. Maybe I was wrong to not do that earlier. Well, at minimum he needs eyebrows, so let's give him eyebrows. Get rid of fuzz. We're gonna turn this back down to 16 so that I don't blow up my computer next time. Oh, he actually has like divots where his brows should be. Hold on, let's fix that. Sculpting. General brush. Hello, little bat boy. Nope, that's not what we want. Not that. There we go. Let's probably do this like twice. That sort of does it. I think that generally fixes it. And there's some weird stuff going on with the lip here. So let's maybe crease it. Nope, definitely not that. Yeah, no, we don't want to do that. It honestly might just be good as is. That's a little finicky there. Alright. It's looking pretty good. Scary Larry, true. Posted the bell redesign. I'm working on it. It's digital since I ran out of pen ink. Let's take a look at it. Hold on. Go to channel. I need to open up a second window. Hold on. There we go. Posts. Alright. Let's see. Working on a bell redesign. She's a jester now. Hell yeah. I'm gonna like this. Am I able to share it as a repost? I'm reposting it. Like this or perish in the scary pit. I posted it. Go like it! Or you're gonna be in the scary pit. You don't want to be in the scary pit. It's scary. It's in the name. Alright. What else do we want here? Yeah, he does look a little too clean. Looks sterile. Let's bump up the bumpiness. That'll probably fix it. Hold on. 2.5? Yeah, that definitely does it. Still a little too sterile. We need the eyebrows. That'll for sure 100% fix it. Don't perish me. Well, you gotta go like it then, don't you? It's important. Can you make Five Nights at Sunny Bunnies? I don't know what that is. I also, if it's a game, then I can't make games. I don't know how to make games. Hey, hello. Welcome. Let's do face project, add a plane, a donation.
The scary pit wasn't that scary until the glumbus.
That's fair. That I can understand. Why is this not working? Alright, there we go. Grab that, scale it. Hey Megla, who would win? Wolfgang Blind versus Stairs? I'm gonna vote for probably Coughing Baby. I think it's gonna be my answer. It's the classic Coughing Baby versus Atom Bomb. Okay. Is magnetism on? No? Alright. Put it on. There we go. Well, just wanted to hop in, have a good stream, and energy drink killed me. That's a tragedy. Alright. Either way, we'll see you later. We just gotta add brows. And then we're pretty close to done with the model. Solidify. Subdivision. Let's first subdivide. Okay. The glumbus. I'm gonna need to do. So what exactly is the glumbus? Describe the Glumbus horror at the bottom of the pit so that everybody has an apt understanding of what they're getting into. Above surface. Subdivision. That's all good. About there. There we go. That's the good stuff. Lovely. It's not quite long enough. Let's show. There we go. He needs a big old bushy brows. Let's move a little more to the right. It's a little too far to the right. And that is just right. Maybe. It's possible. We'll see. Maybe I put the subdivision after the shrink wrap? Maybe after solidify? Yeah, there we go. And then we move the thickness to be... No, not that way. We push it inward a little bit. Nice. And then all the way around... Well, okay, I'm gonna have to apply some things. Hold on. Okay, now all the way around. Beautiful. How does it look smooth? Glumbus is a giant hamster. Yeah, I'll send some Glumbus art. Hell yeah. Queso at Mackenzie's would go crazy. For sure. He'd go crazy on the buffet. Alright, let's tweak this a little. Okay, this is not working. There we go. Eyebrows on fleek. Mirror. Alright, how does it look when we actually properly shade it? There. It's a little silly looking. I won't lie. Brows are kind of tough to make not look silly. Alright, what do we do to improve this? How can we fix it? What would be the character's favorite activity to do? Like what jobs in specific and stuff? I think Wolfgang just likes fishing. He likes to chill and grill. That's his thing. Got some Glumbus posted. Oh hell yeah, let's see. What is the Glumbus? Enter the Glumbus. Go to channel. Posts. It's the Glumbus. Fear him. How are we doing on this post? 5 likes. You like to see it. Need more likes. I fear the Glumbus. Oh, also, when's Lila gonna show up? In the next episode. Might take a bit for the next episode to happen, but she's gonna be in the next episode. Alright. Let's see. Do we need to tweak these brows? And if so, to what extent? Maybe we just bring it down a little bit? We just bring them down in general. Yeah, that already did it a decent bit. Then we bring it out. And then like that. Then maybe we just, no, not increase in size. I think that kind of did it. Oh, I need to rotate it a bit more. There we go. That looks like it's good. I like it. It's beautiful. Heck, like, yeah, she's got to be my favorite. Yeah, it's gonna be a good episode. Eyebrows are slaying, dude. Yeah, he's glammed up. We need to get Wolfgang and drag. That needs to be the next canon step. All right. I think the pistons could probably use a little bit of a change in color. Let's make them like a little bit yellowish. A little more PVC shaded. PVC. PVC. Nice. Okay. And if we apply solidify. And now we can smooth out the lips a little bit because they're a little bit weird looking. There we go. That's looking good. That's looking real. It's looking authentic. Now we just gotta do the same with the eyes. Hold on. Am I able to mirror it? Okay, it's already mirroring. Nice. Give him the grug eyebrows. Yeah, we gotta give him like a unibrow just as like a little test concept here in a minute. Alright, there we go. Smooth eye sockets, smooth mouth. Alright, let's give him grug eyebrows real quick. I'm gonna duplicate these. Move it to backups. Here we go. First of all, we need to scale them up. They need to be big and bushy. Secondly, they need to be a unibrow. Let's have them meet at the middle. Look at that. Now is that not beautiful? Here, hold on, wait. I can fix it just a little bit. All right, lovely. Let's tweak that down there just a little bit. Beautiful. Honestly, he's kind of rocking it. Not even gonna lie, I do kind of feel it. It's beautiful. The mean eyebrows are perfect. Yeah. Here, let's see. Let's compare it to the old brows. That's not what the old brows look like. Hold on. Where did it go? Okay, there it is. So we got old brow. And we got new brow. Honestly, I'm not even sure. I did this as a joke, and I kind of like it. If I'm being honest. Make him comically angry. That's true. Hold on. Let's bring these down. And then these will be up. And then we'll hide those. He's angry. Look at him. It's pull time. Yeah. Here, let's bring the brows back to like a middle section. Pull time. Yeah, I can close the old pull. How do we feel about it? Unibrow. Normal brow. Start the pull. Make your choice. I honestly don't even really know. It's very good. If I'm being completely honest. Maybe it won't be like a pure unibrow, but like I do like the unibrow style a bit more. Watching this while I'm doing homework, and honestly this is quite entertaining. You love to hear it. You love to see it. Alright, I'm closing the poll in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and boom. What are the results? Unibrow it is. We've decided. I think maybe I'll tweak it just a bit because this is a little comically large eyebrow. Which one is it? Is it plain? Alright, there we go. It is a bit comically large, but I do like the shape of it. So let's tweak it a little bit. Alright. Let's maybe like shrink this down just a little bit. Bring this up. Shrink this down a bit too. Alright, how does that look? How do we like that? Honestly, the corner of the brow probably needs to come down a bit more. It's like, let's bring this down and this down. And then that. Now we'll bring the middle up a little bit. Yeah, what it needs is the face needs sculpting. That's what the problem is. This is why Wolfgang got nerfed. He got a razor and shaved. Yeah, that's fair. Find a game engine to make Five Nights at Freddy, Five Nights at Sunny Bunnies. I mean, again, I don't know what Five Nights at Sunny Bunnies is, and I don't know how to make games. I'd be starting from square one for sure. I love the Grug brow though. This is awesome. We could go with the old design too and give him a goatee. I don't know, that one I don't know how I'd feel about though. That one might be just a tad bit too cartoony. Let's give him a little goatee. A little mustache. Yeah, no. Probably not. I don't think bro understands what you're saying. Let bro not make games. Yeah, I don't know how to make games at all. I also don't know what that is. Well, now what? What do we add to this? Where do we go from here? We probably sculpt the face, because this brow needs supporting features. Sculpt. Particle system. Sure. Multi-resolution. Subdivide. Oh, did I break it? I feel like I broke it. Megla, remember he was probably in a cartoon. That's fair. Oh, it's 4. Okay, hold on. That's not what I wanted. I didn't want 4 layers of subdivision. No wonder I might like 13 million, 10 million polygons. Jesus Christ. Take it back. I don't want 10 million. Okay. 5. How do I delete higher? Oh, thank God. Jesus Christ. I nearly just melted my CPU into like I just almost turned my CPU into like the demon core. That was not a good moment. All right. Subdivide it to 3. We want it at 3. No more, no less. All right. We need scrunchy brows. That's what we need. Nope, that's not quite what I wanted to do there, but does that work? Nope, that's not what we want. How do I add scrunchiness? No, not like that. I'm doing geometry and it's so boring. This is boosting my energy, though. Thank you. No problem. Just remember, y equals mx plus b, or the Pythagorean theorem, or something. Squares are just 2 triangles. if you really think about it. And that's how computers work. Triangle plus triangle 100,000 times equals square. That bat mentioned, yeah, we got a little bat buddy. He's offering moral support. What do we do about this situation? Honestly, that kind of... Do we want chubbier or a little bit thinner? I don't actually know. I kind of like it a little more filled out. How would it feel about the same for the jaw? No, not for the jaw, for sure not for the jaw, but for the top, that kind of works. If we get enough likes on Bill, I will indeed draw Wolfgang in a sundress. Hell yeah. Chubbier, like round cheeks. Yeah, like if we go back. Yeah, so this is more like Gaunt, which is what we were working with before. But I did a little thing where I just swooped there, and it kind of works. I'd probably have to adjust the gums a bit. No, the gums are already kind of like that. You can't really tell from different angles. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with it. Give him a mustache. Yeah, we can give him the goatee. We'll give it a little try. How far in are we? We're an hour 30. Okay. Yeah, I think wider snout definitely works out for the best in my opinion. So we'll leave it with that. And then simulation. Would that work? Yeah, no, we don't want to do that. What we actually wanted to do was there we go. Fabric folds. What does that do for me? Ooh. Okay, hold on. So let's not mirror it. Nope, definitely not. But there's something here. There's something that we can get from this. Are there more fabrics? We can give them human eyes. Ooh. Yeah, that's not what we want. Ooh, ears. All right, Wolfgang, you can now hear like a normal person. He has ears now. Look at it, it's so beautiful. We definitely don't want that. Alright. Lips. Lip detail. That's not what it looks like. Why is it? Hold on. 0.5 mayhaps? Okay. So it's like a lot of wrinkles. That I can probably work with, honestly. Okay. It's peculiar. What else? What else? What do we got? Scars. Oh, hell yeah. That's metal. It's pointing outward, though. We want it inward. That rocks. Let's get rid of symmetry. Let's give him a badass eye scar. Oh yeah, he's been through the war. Look at that. Make him grow a small winter watch on him. Yeah, just sprout a little employee. Alright. What do we really want here? We just want a little bit of patch. Oh, spray? Oh! Okay. So with that, I can probably... If I can find something... Stitch. What is... I don't feel like that's doing anything. Alright, I'm getting distracted. I need to stick to the goddamn point. Let's give him... No. It's too sharp. Smoother. Give him a little bit of brow definition. I think that works. And then maybe a little bit of enough smiley definition. Let's bring the strength down a bit though. Yeah, there we go. He looks dark and evil and messed up. He's like the Joker. And then we'll make that just a little bit more dog-esque. Because he's got that dog in him. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. Alright, it's looking pretty good. Maybe we can apply it as like a basic shape. Give him some clothes. Yeah, we'll give him like baggy overalls, I feel like is the vibe. Alright, shape. Apply base. Modify the base mesh to conform to the place. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Alright, so now what does it look like if we just go to object mode? It's about what we want. It's a little low res, but we can fix it. I can fix him. Alright. The whole mesh in general is pretty low res, so honestly just give it a... How does it look like if I go to edit? Yeah, no, he could use his subdivision. Subdivide. Lovely. Yeah, that about does that. And how does it look in the proper view of things? Looks like an angry bird. Yeah, that's fair. Well, we've busted something. Why is this like this? What have we done? We must fix it. Mask, assign. Cool. What does the particle system look like? Oh man, particles broke again. God damn it. Alright, I think... Hold on. We can fix this though. Because I think, honestly, it might be spread too far out. I don't know when that would have happened, but... Let's fix it. We got this. And then... Just looking at... this bit. Yeah, okay. Let's apply subdivision. Nope, it's not really doing what I want it to do. That's annoying. Hold on. Maybe if I do this. Why is it not working on the other side? Is it not symmetrical now? Mesh. Symmetrize. Ugh, not there. Now does it work? There we go. Just smooth that out a little bit. Cool. It's perfect. Beautiful. You look so Sigma. Indeed. He is the Sigma male. Let's round out the edge a bit. And we're golden. We're gold. Particles. How did the particles look now? Still bad, but you know what? We'll fix it. It is what it is. Comb. Get your hair under control. Look respectable, for Christ's sake. Oh, idea, what if Wolfgang's fur was curled or like matted? That's true. We can add a clumping factor if I recall correctly. So we might as well give that a go. Brush, brush, brush. Brush the hair. Let's get that going that way. Fix the back. I don't know why like subdividing seems to break everything hair related, but it is what it is. We deal with it. Alright, it's looking good. Still not great, but it's looking good. Bring all that outward, this down, this all outward. Lovely. I feel like this is the third time I've combed his hair, but it's all very unruly. You deserve more subscribers. I mean, you spend your hard work on the analog. Thank you. Yeah, I put a lot of work into it. I mean, this is like just one model's worth. And admittedly, I could probably get faster at working on it with time, but you know. It takes time to figure these things out. Alright. Alright, how is it looking? Are we good? Is everything fine? Need to do head hair. Didn't want that view. There we go. Forward? No, backward. Push all that forward. Let's bring all that down. Very, very unruly hair, but I think we've mostly tamed it. That can go backward though. Hold on. A lot of this can go backward. Send it all back. Alright. How does it look now? We go to object. Is it good? It's good enough. It's beautiful. Look at that. Got a quick save again in case it all breaks. Hey Michael, is it okay if I do a reimagined version of all the Mackenzie's Learning Lodge characters? Obviously, I'll add you to the post for sure. Love to see it. That'd be awesome. Back hair, yeah, we gotta. Looks good though. All right, clumping. Let's get the hair clumping right. Alright, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, and we're going to clump. Let's make it like, let's set it to 2, see what happens. Oh. It's more matted than I think I would want it to be. How about 1? Oh. It says I'm lagging. What's happening? Are we good? Not receiving enough footage. We still lagging or what's going on? Let me know. Tell me. Keep me updated. Man, the stream's really behind. It's crazy. Hold on. I'm gonna fix it. Oh no, it's internet. Internet issues. Alright, we're good now? Alright, well then I'll keep moving forward and assume it's gotten better. Or at least hope that it's gotten better. Alright, clump. Let's bring it down just a little bit. No, not negative. Let's go 0.5. No, that's just straight up not the number I put in. 0.5. Looks a little clumpy, a little more natural. A little unbrushed. What happens if I make this size like 5? Does that break it? That didn't do anything. Well, Fine, I didn't want it to do anything anyway. Diameter, force, weights, so many numbers. What does shape do? If we put it at 1. How about 0? Or I guess -1. What does this look like rendered? Lagging again, it's mostly spikes. Alright. Well, we're getting close to wrapping it up for now anyway. I'll set it to 0. I think that's about good. Alright. I'm gonna give them very basic pants, and then I think we're good to call it for now, and anything else I'll just like do in my off time and post to the community hub. So let's give them some overalls. Very basic overalls. Wolfgang's tail is separated. Yeah, we gotta. That's another thing. We gotta add the tail. God, there's always another thing. There's always more. But we'll add it as we add the pants. So add that. Subdivide. Inset. Delete. Lovely. Okay. And then we can delete that. We'll probably need, because we need like straps kinda. So I'll do straps on each side. 1, 2, 1, 2. Lovely. Extrude. Z. Y-axis. Let's bring these outward. I think actually what we want to do is we want to delete this. So delete the sides of it. So I remember correctly, Blender has a thing where you can like sew, nope, not that. You can like sew 2 pieces of cloth together, kind of. And then it just dynamically turns it into clothing. I don't know how well it works, but I mean, we can try it. Okay. Particle system, we'll just hide that for now. Alright, how will this work? Cloth. Let's give it, what is it looking like subdivision wise? 3. That should be good enough. Cloth simulation? Yeah, you're gonna see. It's gonna blow your mind. Okay, 1, 2. Nope, not that. 3, 4. Although actually I don't. I'll probably need to mark the outline anyway at some point, so I'm gonna just mark it anyway. Although actually, hold on. Select edge loops, boundary loops. There we go. New mesh. Sewing. Alright. Now, although actually, wait, we want to get rid of this from the sewing. Yeah, so we want to get rid of that from the sewing, and these 2 bits from the sewing. Oh wait, I didn't even create the group. I'm an idiot. Sewing. Alright, now we select all, and then select loops, boundary, and then get rid of these 3. And assign. Oh wait, no. There we go. Assign, and then I'll just invert and deselect, or not deselect, remove, and then invert it again and assign, just to double, triple, quadruple make sure. Hi Megla, you got to search of cool cat covers. I haven't heard much about Cool Cat in a while. Does anybody remember that? That was a fun little era of YouTube. All the Cool Cat movies. What would you do if Mr. Beast joined you live? I'd probably go insane. I don't know what I'd do about that. I would accept my fate, whatever it may be. Cool Cat movie covers, yeah. Okay, wait. Okay, there we go. Because I don't want the bottom to sew either. Sewing, remove. Okay. So if I did this all right, if I do a cloth simulation, which, yeah, cloth, and then shape, sewing, max sewing force, I don't know. We'll just test it out. How does it work? It didn't work. Oh right, yeah, okay. I'm dumb. I'm not entirely dumb, but I'm dumb. Select. And then we want to, nope. Fill in. Fill. Then we go here and here. Fill. Nope, too much. And then from here, we fill all the way up the side. And then these two, we bridge the gap between them. Nope. 3, 4, 5. That should do it. Hey, I'm back. What did I miss, Megla? Not too much. I also don't remember at what point you left. So it'd be hard for me to fill you in. Alright, and then we take these up at the top. We're going to flatten them out a little bit. Bring this up. Just a little bit. Cool. Alright, and then delete these parts, but only the faces. X, only faces. There we go. Okay, so now, oh, right, Wolfgang needs collision. Forgot. That's kind of an important piece of the equation. Hold on, let's rewind that. All right, collision. It kind of works. It's a little tight on him. Let's try that again. Hold on. Let's maybe, hold on. Subdivide it again. And then maybe scale. More scale. That's what we need. It needs to be baggier. And then let's go with I don't know. Let's just try it again. Let's see what happens. Nope. That wasn't what we needed. So we did not need more resolution. Nope. Go back. Fix. It's not fixing. Does he have collision? He doesn't have collision again? Okay. I don't know what happened there. I left once you made the endo head. Well, we made the endo head. We gave him brows. And now we're working on clothes, pretty much. Also, can I put these models on Gmod as ragdolls? If you're able to do it, then go forth. Just credit me with the original models. You're good to go. Shade smooth. Oh, we're kind of getting there. It's working a little bit. Okay, we need to do a little more tweaking. Sorry I didn't come to the live stream earlier. I had a solo and a theater play. No problem. Don't you worry about it. Okay. What does it need? Maybe we subdivide it again afterward? Oh no. What happened? Oh, I'm in edit mode. That's what happened. Whoa. It's beautiful. It needs to be baggier, but I can work with this. Alright. Let's just apply this. Perfect. No notes. Lovely. Before we subdivide, let's go to here. And sculpting. Let's smooth it out a little bit. Nope. Nope. Maybe we turn this on and apply it, actually. Is the stream still going? Yeah, it's probably going to wrap up soon, but I remember the first time I saw the Raven, he was my favorite. Hell yeah. I love the OG design, and I would love to see her fixed one. I might go through the other characters at some point. We will see. Alright, let's... Nope, didn't want to do that. Maybe simulation brushes will do it. Alrighty. Lovely. We're probably gonna have to fix this bit up here, but at least it's looking better. Okay. No, no, fix. Why is this being annoying? I want this one and this one. There we go. This one, 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 this one. There we go. We're making it. All right. Subdivide that a little bit. Yeah. Hello, little Richard. Can you get out of the way? Thank you. We're getting close to greatness. I don't know what just happened there. It's being very, very finicky. Nope, not that way. Alright, cool. Lovely. Perfect. Sick. Alright. This is being very, very finicky. I hate it. Why is it like this? You know what? I have an idea. Delete. That didn't really do what I wanted it to. Okay, well. Delete. There we go. And then we simply combine it. And we'll add a line down the middle. There we go. That's so much quicker. Select, select, no, select, delete, and then fill it. Give him a hat, make him a hillbilly. Hell yeah. One of those like raccoon skin hats. Alright, nice. Now we just have one more side to do. Don't want to play the animation. Delete. Lovely. And this one also needs 2 to it. That's looking awesome. You love to see it. Fishing rod, give it to him. That's fair. You make a good argument. Sculpting. Let's bag out all this stuff. Let's make it a little baggy. And then we're gonna do another simulation on top of this once we bag it out. We need to make the back of it look bigger. General puff out. Same thing with the front and the sides, just so that it has room to like pillow outward, kind of fold in on itself. Alright, and then we're going to simulate it again. Once more. This outfit reminds me of Wreck-It Ralph. I can see it. Yeah, that makes sense. Do you like letting people react to your animations? I'm fine with it for sure. As long as everybody's crediting me, people can do whatever they want with my stuff, really. Alright, let's see. Yeah, the only thing that I've genuinely ever really clamped down on was like a couple. I think only like 1 or 2 people tried to just re-upload all of my stuff in its entirety without like doing anything transformative with it, and that's like, okay, that's obviously can't be doing that, but other than that, you know, people want to react to stuff, then sure, go for it. Cloth. Let's give it another little quick run. There we go. Oh, why is it being finicky? What's happening here? I'm so confused. I don't know what just happened there. Let's bring up timeline. Oh, you know what we want to do? We probably want to bake it, actually. Hold on. That'll do it. Cache. Yeah. Bake. Hopefully this doesn't crash everything. Ba-ba-da-booey. It's my favorite part of anything to do with animating. The parts where you just wait and do nothing, and then it eventually does the thing for you. He's too chonky now. Yeah, I've given it extra fluff, but that's just so that it can sag a little bit. So you'll see in a minute. You'll see. It'll make sense. I promise. And it's going farther than I wanted it to. All right. Let's see. There we go. See what I mean? It's like baggy. That's what you like to see. And then if we turn on. Or wait, subdivision was going before that. Okay, yeah, there we go. So actually, we probably want to rerun it real quick with the lower thing. But this is the good stuff. This is what you like to see. Delete bake. We'll go 80, just 80 frames. Bake. There we go. That's much faster. I gotta go and eat dinner. I'll come back to the stream when I'm done eating, though. Bye. All right. See ya. R.I.P. soldier. Alright, how does it look now? Yeah, see, there we go. That's what you want to see right there. That's the golden ticket. It's beautiful. And it drapes on the shoulders perfectly. Oh, beautiful. What does it look like in this view? Lovely. Now we need to give it a bit of... what do you call it? Honestly, it could probably stand to be a bit taller, but I don't really mind that too much. We need to give it seams, so I'll put one there, one there, one down the back and the middle all the way to the front. And then, oh wait, this doesn't have any seams. Should probably do that. So seam here, seam there, seam down the side, and down the back, middle, up to the front. Nice. Mark seams. Grab it, UV, unwrap. Although, actually, you know, we don't need the one down the middle. Let's get rid of that. The other ones we're keeping them. Mark seam. Unwrap with minimum stretchiness. And that should be good. We go to shading. This is where the magic happens. Richard's fix it, Felix. That, yeah. You can tell me that doesn't look like. You can't tell me that doesn't look like Mackenzie, kind of. Yeah, when it's like pillowed outward, for sure. Also, Megla, who's your favorite animatronic of all of them? I'm a big fan of Lila, for sure. Who's your favorite YouTuber? That's a tough pick. I watch a lot of stuff. If I had to pick like one YouTube channel though that I'm like constant returning like go-to channel, I'd say Super Mega, for sure. Big Super Mega fan. Those are my boys. All right, wave texture. Whoa, it's not quite how I wanted it to look. UV. There we go. Scale it. Beautiful. Look at that. That's the good stuff. Let's make it like 30. And then add a color ramp. And what colors are we thinking? I think one of them has to be red. For sure. But what would the other color be? What happened to the Archer look? This is classic Wolfgang, right? This isn't the new Wolfgang. This is classic Wolfgang. It's a different beast entirely. Let's make this constant and then move this to 0.5. That way we got an even mixture. There we go. Purple or green for Richard. Red and green ain't bad. Let's see what that would look like. It's a bit much. Maybe like a darker green. Value. That could be good. What about purple? What would purple look like? I do like purple and red actually. That's pretty good. I think we go with purple and red. They nerfed Wolfgang from the Mr. Sinister to Evil Schmeevil, yeah. Yeah, I'm a fan of this. We need to add like a seam down the sides though. Hold on. Let's add this and these. And then these and these. And then Alt S. Well, that's not quite what I wanted to do. Oh yeah, wait, I have to apply. There we go. Now I can do it. These two. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright. Alt S. Alright, how does that look in the side view? It's not the best. Maybe I have to move this in. Scale X. Nah. Maybe we'll just leave it as is. It's fine. We don't need to go that crazy with the detail. Have to eat dinner. I'll be back. Love your videos, by the way. Thanks. Appreciate it. We'll see you later. If Wolfgang was size accurate to the overalls, he would be short. Yeah. He's too big for his britches, literally. Alright, honest to God, other than the tail, we're looking pretty close to done. I need to add texture to the suit. Voronoi. Distance. Bump. Nope. Bump. There we go. Height. Let's go to material view. To point. I guess it's gonna be 0.1 instead of just 0.1. Probably 0.001. No, 0.0025. 0.005 then. A lot of finicking. Alright, there we go. That should be good. Make it less random. Scale it to UV. Vector. Vector! Alright, now we gotta increase the scale again. Hold on. Alright, does that do it? Does that work for it? Yeah, that looks good. That looks cloth-esque. Gotta increase the roughness, though. 0.01. There we go. And then just for finishing touches, we're gonna mix the color. Mix color. Also, if you had to describe Mackenzie from an animatronic from FNAF, who would it be? Mackenzie's very much like Freddy-esque. It's the closest analog I can think of, but like FNAF 1 Freddy, who was like actually intimidating in terms of how he acted, you know? Fresh drip for real. We gotta get this color value going properly. Noise, possibly? Perchance? Maybe the noise is the factor. Oh, wait, hold on. It needs to be color. Color. A. And then make this like brown. Just a little bit of dirt to it. Yeah, detail about there, and a color ramp. Just to really dial it in. Let's bring scale up a little bit. Maybe a little more brownish. I don't want it to be too dirty. Yeah, there we go. That'll probably do it. A little bit of distortion on it. There we go. There we go. It's perfect. Beautiful. How would the old models match up with the newest lore we have? It was probably just that they were retired for the most part because they were tweaking out. If I had to guess. Alright, let's apply... Or let's not apply the subdivision just yet. Let's do one more cloth sim. Well, that's not... Avert your eyes, he's naked. Alright, there we go. Oh, don't play. Good lord. Almost crashed my system again. Properties, cache, bake. Alright, I can probably cancel it there, and that'll do good. Alright, and then we'll apply it at this frame. And then keep the subdivisions. And just like that, it's perfect. It's a little low riding, but, you know, it works. He looked like he was ascending, yeah. The old models are also kind of unintentionally horrifying from the components point, yeah. For sure. Alright. I think that about does it aside from the tail, which we need to do the tail. That'll probably, about where does this ride? Yeah, the tail could honestly come over the overalls. They're very low riding. Let's add the tail. Then after this, I think we're good. That be center? Yeah, that's probably about center-ish. Make it circular-ish. Lovely. So their bite incident with the beaver, as in the rebrand VHS, he bit down and blood came out, which made me think of the bite of 87. A lot of the stuff that you saw in the series from before the Winter Watch shows up on tape, or even when he does show up on tape, is not always 100% meant to be literal. Some of it is, some of it isn't, but that comes down to like what you theory craft for the most part. Alright, let's add... I'm probably just going to add a basic tail, because how long have we been going? 2.5 hours? I am getting a little tired, and I do have stuff to do today. So we're going to add a basic tail, and then we're gonna call it there. That's not what I wanted to scale it along. There we go. Why is that not centered? Is Wolfgang not centered? Did I not do it on the center? Am I stupid? Is this my fault? Yeah, this is my fault. I didn't do it on the center. Boom, boom. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So the center is here. I was the one who was wrong. It was me. With the Withered Mackenzie, the Learning Lodge, animatronics, which I might make. Wait a minute. Could be fun. Could be cool. I'd love to see it. Alright, that should be smooth enough. Now we add the cube. Scale, 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 scale. Make it teensy tiny. Lovely. I'm actually gonna hide this for now, just so I can see what I'm working with. Alright, cool. And then we got another cube. Everything is a cube. It's always a cube. Cube, cube, and more cube. And then we bring it out. Nope, didn't want it. Although I could do that actually. And we scale that down. Make it sharp-ish. Bring it out. Bring this out. And then bring this out. Scale it up a bit. Lovely. Should be a good tail. Might have to make a custom endo for sure. Yeah, I haven't really modeled much of the endos unless it's something that you're gonna end up seeing, you know, so. For sure, if you were gonna make endos for these characters, it would have to be custom. And this can be bendy bones later. And it'll be lovely. Let's add, hold on, let me check that I didn't destroy the particles again on this. The particles I destroyed again. You know what, whatever. I'll comb his hair later. For now it's just wild by design. Does it look bad? And honestly it doesn't even look all that bad, so it'll look fine for now, but I'll fix it later. For now, we add hair particles to the tail. That's not, yeah, there we go. Hair length about 0.25. Let's add interpolated 25 particles. Brush it outward. This is the easiest to brush particle system ever. It's perfect. Hell yeah, already done. It's beautiful. You love to see it. Oh yeah, gorgeous. Oh, that's too uniform. Hold on, let's fix that. Let's do a little bit of clumping and randomness. Random sauce. There we go. Like 0.5. Beautiful. And just like that. Even though he's not rigged, and there's definitely more work to do, and hold on, I need to apply the material. There we go. That is, hold on, that's not what I wanted to make visible. Where is his overalls? There we go. That's pre-brand Wolfgang recreated. It's beautiful. Look at him in all of his glory. Hold on, let me make the scene bigger. I need to fix a couple of things, but I could, like, the hair on the body needs to be combed again, but I've combed it like 3 times today and I don't want to comb it again, so I'll do that later. It still needs rigging, but that's pretty much it. I'll post like an updated picture of it once I get it sorted to both the YouTube page and to my Twitter, so you guys can get a better look at it. If Bo was to bite after his episode, the skull would probably be given to the winner watch. Lila might be the ribs, and Mackenzie would be like the heart. Interesting, interesting. Will there be any more members of the lodge? Not any more new members to the actual series, but we still have yet to see how things pan out for the videos that are gonna have Lila in it, Bo in it, and then Mackenzie in it. And then after that, once all that's done, gonna see a little bit more to do with the Hellfawn. So that'll be cool. But I like this. I'm proud of this. I feel like even though it's not the exact same looking as the original, obviously, you know, it's got overalls and all that, and the face is a little different, and it's not quite as hairy. I might tweak the hair a little bit, but even though it's not quite the same, it does capture the essence of the original in a way that I like. So I'm proud of that bit. Don't forget my funny idea for Lila. You're gonna have to remind me because my brain forgot. It delete. I'm drained mentally. Give me a reminder before we go. What was the idea? sip of water. I'm gonna save this actually. And we're gonna close it. There we go. Beautiful. 1 sec. Alright, gotcha. We will wait. I can wait all day. Although I actually can't wait all day because I'm getting tired, but you know, it is what it is. Man, the stream is actually way behind on my end. I don't know why it's taking so long to like encode stuff. So like have another animatronic to snowboard with her so kids wouldn't get injured during snowboarding. It's interesting. I think for the most part, because like I have a cup. I mean, I can't really say much without spoiling, so I just won't say anything. It's an interesting idea, but I think that the Lila episode, once I do get to it, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be one of the better ones. I mean, I'm constantly gonna be trying to top the previous episode that I make, so you know, I hope it's gonna be one of the better ones, but we'll see. Purple and red is my idea. Hell yeah. Wolfgang finally has eyebrows for real. He finally got them. But yeah, this is fun. We got a good model complete. Again, it still needs rigging and stuff, but you know, I'll do that on my own time. But we got a good model done. We had some fun. Hi Megs, just joined. Figured I'd drop by and say love the series. Love sharing it with my animatronic horror obsessed friends. Hell yeah, love to hear that. Glad you enjoy it. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up the stream for today. I gotta go do other stuff that I had planned for today, but it was fun. I'm glad I got to remake at least one of the original animatronics. Maybe I'll go back and do the other ones. I don't know. But for now, that pretty much wraps that up. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing a continuation of the Bendy and the Dark Revival series. So if you're here for that, be sure to tune in, hit the notification bell, like the stream. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for turning out. Bye, Megla. Bye. See ya. Bye-bye.